Alright everybody, it is Xilestar, and today I've decided to give you guys a brief little update on everything that's going to be happening in 2023, because obviously this is the end of the year for us, definitely by the time that this is being recorded. So, yeah. So, let's get right down to the topics that I want to address for 2023. The first thing that's on my list of things that I wanted to do is Pokemon Scarlet will now be uploaded from January 1st to January 8th, with 4 videos being uploaded from 2:15 to 3 p.m. Pretty much same time frame as they were beforehand. So if you know my normal upload schedule, it's pretty much going to be similar to it. So how it is that usually when I upload normal videos, I will go from 2:30 and 3 o'clock. So 2:30 and 3. That's 2 videos, 2:33. That's it. And that's pretty much my upload schedule since I started the channel. Actually, I think the only thing that has really changed is the fact that I started uploading completes, and then that's the only real change that I've actually ended up making for the channel, was that I was really interested in making I was really interested in watching VODs, and so I decided, you know what, I could just upload the whole video or the whole editing, the whole giant block, and just call it complete or something like that. Like, even if I were to change it from complete to VOD, it would still make sense. So yeah, so 4 videos, because there is about, I think, 120 Pokemon Scarlet videos. Like, the entire series is done for the most part. There'll probably be maybe, let's say, completes only after that point. So, like 1 hour, 2 hour recordings kind of thing. There will not be any more playthrough parts unless Pokemon Scarlet or Violet, whichever one we really want to do at that point, does decide on having DLC, similar to how Sword and Shield was, where we name it based off of what the DLC name is, or if it's going to be like Legends Arceus, where Legends Arceus just ended up saying, yeah, it's an update. That's also technically DLC. So whichever one comes first, that's kind of how that's going to end up being. The next thing on the list is Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal will continue once the playthrough of Pokemon Scarlet is close to being finished. So what this means is that, if there's about, I want to say about, let's say, 20 to about 40 videos left over of Pokemon Scarlet, I will change how the upload schedule is, where Pokemon Scarlet will take over the Nintendo Switch slot, which will also technically give Pixelmon Adventures a little bit of a break too, so though I don't have to record 6 videos and then go okay, now that I have those 6 videos, now I'm good for 3 days kind of thing, and then it's okay, I gotta go do it again, and then keep doing that over and over and over again kind of thing. So I'm really happy though that that's actually going to be something that's going to change in 2020. That's something I'm going to do in 2023, which should actually help out with Pixelmon Adventures, which should also make it a little bit more drawn out and hopefully get a little bit of extra stuff as well. The other thing is that the Oblivion mod playthrough of Heart of the Dead needs to be redone, or at least the beginning portion of it. So what I mean by this is that if you've ever watched between part 1 to part 18 of Oblivion mod playthrough, not the modded playthrough, of the mod playthrough in particular, you will hear that there is no in-game audio. Now, for some reason, OBS decides to do weird stuff, and I don't understand why it does this. It does this to me all the time, which is really weird. But what it tends to do is that it likes to switch the default microphone to, what is it? It's I can't remember what it is anymore. I disabled that entirely. And it even does that to this microphone too, but not to the same not to the same extent. But pretty much what it ends up doing is that it'll switch it to a different microphone instead of making it the default, even though I had set the microphone to default, it goes, no, it's not. There's a different default microphone that I'm connected to. It's like, which one? And so what ends up happening is that when, like, unfortunately, the microphone is easy for me to fix, but when I don't notice the game audio is not recording, it's very difficult because I'm hearing the game audio just fine. So what I think is that it's recording the game audio because I can hear it. If it was saying that, oh, the speaker's not plugged in, then that's a whole different story, because I can easily fix that before the recording starts. Because I hear the game. So when I hear the game, I know that it's recording. It's recording the game audio. So now what I do is I do what's called a music test now. So how that works is that I turn on like a random song on my computer. Because for some reason, even though I have it set to only like I have OBS to capture window, so I'm surprised that it captures anything in the desktop. So literally, if I have like Discord pops in the background, that's because Discord is on, kind of thing, or like something like that. It's weird. It's like I thought that it would capture any sound from that window, but it's not how that works, which is weird. Maybe there's a setting I can do for that, but I really like the way that I have it right now. So it's good. It works. So we don't have that problem in the future. But something in 2023, I will have to redo Heart of the Dead and a small portion of a little bit after the beginning part. But nothing too bad. If like that's actually really good for me at the very least. Anyway, so another thing is that you'll probably have already heard by now, probably, between both Pixelmon Adventures and Pokemon Scarlet, and not to mention that you can probably hear it if you've normally watched my Oblivion content as well. The thing is that I got a brand new microphone not too long ago. It definitely was a little bit before the end of November, or definitely was around the beginning of November that I got a new microphone. And so I really wanted to start testing around with the recording, and it's a lot better than what my old one is. And I'm slowly trying to adopt it into the channel and slowly just trying to shove the old one down the forgotten section, pretty much. And that also goes with something else, is that I'm still testing around with this new microphone. I have a new setting that I want to try, but I keep forgetting to turn it on. So, like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I have this new setting, and then I'm like, did I turn it on? No, I have my normal recording one that I found out works set. And then I'm like, well, I have a new one. Did I set that up? Nope. Still hasn't turned it on yet, so I'm still trying my best to kind of keep up with that. Okay, so this one I definitely do want to mention as well. So there is a bunch of old series that are still running around with the old microphone. Well, old series that are on the channel will use the old microphone, whereas the new ones will use this pristine one. So what series will only be recorded through the old microphone? The old series that will still be using the old one is going to be the Oblivion modded playthrough until it is finished. And Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal will use the old one. It would be kind of weird, though, if Pokemon Gold had it, and then Silver and Crystal had the new one. So I'm going to strap them all three as one big series that needs to be done. And I think that's it. I don't think there's any other ones that I can think of. And that also goes really well with a new topic as well. Current series that will apply to use the new microphone is Circuitcraft, because Circuitcraft changes between different versions of Minecraft. So like the 1.19 one is finished, it won't be recorded, even if Mojang were to end up like updating to 1.19.10 kind of thing, doesn't matter. This series is done. It has an ending, it has a conclusion, it is finished. It is done for that portion. So that's exactly what it is. For Oblivion mod playthroughs, again, it changes based upon the mod that I'm currently playing. So if I want to play, let's say, let's say Knights of the Nine has, or Lancor created a new mod that's just like Knights of the Nine Revelations. Well, I can end up making, I can use the new microphone for that. Even though technically I should pair off Oblivion mod playthroughs together, I don't. I separate it based upon the name of it. Now for Heart of the Dead though, that one will use the old microphone, because it was recorded before I got the new microphone. So again, it would be kind of weird though if episode, let's say, the new one takes 16 or something like that. So it'd be kind of weird though if, for instance, that like the one that I have to do as a rerun kind of thing, I end up going with the new microphone instead, because you'd be confused as like, why did he change microphones all of a sudden? Like, that seems kind of weird though. And there's a bunch of new games that I want to play from my channel. I know that Epic Games has a thing where they have a bunch of free games like once a week kind of thing. So I have a big library of things that I can end up recording and such. I think one of them that got released, I think, for free was a Saints Row game that I'm very interested in recording for YouTube. But unfortunately, I don't know if not that I can't, but I don't know if it's safe for me to do it. Because again, I don't edit, so... Well, I don't edit under normal sense. I just take a big video, chop it down to smaller chunks so it's easier to view, and then that's my editing. Not enough to say, like, oh yeah, he does a lot of editing. Oh. It's not my save. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this off too. But, yeah, like, there's a bunch of games that I want to play. There's a bunch of games on my Switch that I haven't played on the channel either. Like, technically, Sword and Shield hasn't been recorded for the channel, but one of the DLCs has, which is very weird, but I wanted to do it because it was the newest thing that was out of that time, was Sword and Shield had a DLC. So I thought it would be really good for my channel to have some semblance of having Sword and Shield content on there. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I skipped one by accident. Enderal is another thing that I want to kind of do. That's why I'm trying to rush, trying to finish the Oblivion modded playthrough. I'm sort of stopping playing side quests, big shocker there, because not only have we done a huge ton of them, but because I really want to play Enderal, I have two different versions of it. I have the special edition and the non-special edition, just in case one, let's say, functions better or is easier for me to record than the other one, kind of thing. And the difference between Enderal and Nehrum is that I haven't really ever gotten used to Skyrim modding. I don't think have I done any Skyrim modding? No, I haven't. I have not. So this will be interesting because it'll just be me playing vanilla Enderal, pretty much. Or as vanilla as one could get, kind of thing. And the other reason why is because I have seen, I think, definitely two. And I'm trying to think if it was 3 different ones, but I think it's only 2 different like content creators have done some Enderal. Like, they've gone to a certain part of the story and then they just, like, it's like it vanished from the face of the earth kind of moment. Not the creator itself, but the series itself has just gone off. Mind you, one of them has been known to only play, like doesn't typically do series, like, really long series kind of thing. So it makes sense that this guy would, like, drop it off after one video. But the other person's like, I'm going to sit here, play Enderal. I think he tried to play it, like, when the 1080s were, like, the recent graphics cards kind of thing. And his computer could barely play it, and then he stopped. And then later on in the year, I think he tried to play it again, and it was much more stable. But again, he dropped the series very quickly. Like I think he got like up to like part 4 or something like that, and they were like half an hour long videos kind of thing, and I watched every single one of them. And then again, he stops right there, and with no explanation, no reasoning, no nothing. Doesn't say a peep about why he stopped. So this is why I've been so intrigued about wanting to play Enderal. I knew for a fact that a long time ago, I didn't have a computer that could play Enderal. Because if a 1080 was having troubles, what's a HP laptop kind of thing gonna play? So I decided to not play it, but I've been keeping an eye on making sure that if I ever did get a chance of playing it, I would want to play it. I know this computer can run Skyrim. I've done it on my own. Like, I played Skyrim on my own just to try and see how well this computer runs on it with it, and it's completely and utterly fine. So obviously, Enderal is going to take a little bit more of a graphical overhaul, but it should still be fine. Another thing, I keep saying this every year, I think I said this for 2021 and 2022, but at least now it's a little bit more realistic as an expectation. Live streams. This is going to be a more of a realistic expectation now because I have the new microphone. Now, I won't be live streaming right away because I do not have a clear schedule of what to do. I only have pretty much 1 day of the week free from doing just about anything I really want, and it's only up to like a certain amount of hours, and I really don't have like an expectation kind of thing for this. So it's really weird, and plus my schedule changes from being day at certain weeks to then nights on certain weeks, and then back to day, back to nights. So it's a bit weird. But I will put a link in the description below to the Twitch channel that I will be live streaming on, and if hopefully something good will happen, or at least and then I will, I don't know if I want to upload like a brief thing saying like I'm live streaming on Twitch right now at twitch.tv, whatever kind of thing. It's like, come see me now, and then that. Because I know like if I do that, live streaming, like if I were to title it like live streaming right now, and then after I'm done the stream, I'm going to end up forgetting that that video is up, and then I'll look at the channel the next day and go, oh, I forgot to turn that off. So I don't want to do that. Something else that I wanted to mention, it's not on this. I thought it would be a really interesting topic because now I've been given at least a little bit more information, but I don't really know how well anybody knows this. But in my country right now, they're trying to make a new bill, which is not a law just yet, but it is going to be very close to it, which is supposed to affect like content creators in my country. I'm trying not to go into very specifics because I don't know what's going to happen. But pretty much in a nutshell, it's supposed to make content like mine more visible in my country, which is fine. But it also limits how people will view my channel. So I don't know what's going to happen in 2023. Either this bill will pass or it won't. I've done as much as I can to say I don't like this at all. I think that it's very loosely worded, that enough that it can be misinterpreted, which is really, really bad. Because when I read like a document, like I've read like 3 different documents about it, and I keep going like it sounds like it should help, because it kind of enforces like our channels to be more like marketed towards our country kind of thing. But then it's so loosely worded that it could affect channels. And I don't know if anybody understands this too, but a channel doesn't get recognized by subscribers or technically views, but more of watch time. So the amount of people watching my channel actually helps more than liking or subscribing. But I like to see the subscriber number go up and the likes go up, because of course that makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I'm either doing something that is helping people or that is just making them enjoy their day just a little bit more. But if this comes to pass, and let's say they only make my channel visible to my country only, and a lot of people don't watch it, my channel will slowly start losing its watch time. And as soon as that watch time continues to go down, it is going to hit rock bottom, and my channel will go into obscurity, and then I will pretty much just stop YouTube in general. Because at that point, if the only person, like, if I don't get views for an entire year kind of thing, I am just not, like, if the views aren't going up, they're going down, or they're staying in the average range. Like, if they stay in the average range or grow, then I'll still keep doing YouTube. If my views go down in any point, in any point, or my subscriber count just completely drops from where it is right now, which I do have it right beside me, which is about 73 subscribers. If that goes down dramatically, like let's say we go down by 10 people, it's gonna hurt. But then I will make an update video around 2024 where I'll say like where I am right now, like what the current plan is. Because right now, if that does end up passing, the way that I've seen 2 YouTube videos explaining this bill, and I've read from a government website of how the bill is worded as, and there was one where they were like, there was transcripts or like a simple like summary of like what people were questioning about the bill kind of thing, and it was really weird. But I was reading it a bunch of times, and I was rereading it, and I just couldn't understand the wording for it. It was like, it sounds so simple, and it looks like it's a really nice thing, but then people are going off like it's not going to help, and then I read it, and I'm like, you got a point. Like, it's a double-edged sword, though, where it should technically help you, but if your channel's not booming in the country, but it's booming in other countries, and then it booms in your country because it's getting seen in a different country, then it makes sense. But if your channel's only being viewed by your country, and is not being viewed by other countries, then your content will suffer. And that's currently where I am right now, is that like my channel's not big enough to have that big of impact. But if my channel was big enough, it would be affected by that. And before I finish off this video, also, by the time that this gets uploaded too, right before we do anything, by the time that this gets uploaded, in about 2 or so hours, because I think from what I've seen of the 2022 video, I have it uploaded on January 1st, so of 2022. So by the time that this gets uploaded on January 1st of 2023, you will see like videos, like you'll see the Pokemon Scarlet thing that I'm talking about right off the bat. So here's what I currently have for the island right now. Excuse these. I was currently in the middle of changing the island a little bit, and I deleted some things because I removed one of the rocks I was using. I deleted one because I didn't know if because I didn't need it anymore, because I found a different rock that looks a lot better. And as you can see from the island, it looks almost exactly like I kind of envisioned. And mind you, I would put more foliage here, but unfortunately you cannot rotate the foliage or trees for whatever reason. So we're stuck with like these little mushroom things, which actually do look really nice. I really do like them. And I added this little thing just as the entrance to it, and I expanded the island a little bit. Now this is because I deleted one of the textures. Well, didn't delete, move, but I'll just move it. I'll just move one of them back, see if that's it. If not, I'll just move the other one back, and then this will be fixed. But yeah. So hooray. So the rocks that I grabbed were from... Oh, there's a lot of them that are just missing. Okay, well, I could definitely have to go and add them. So these are the rocks that I've added. There is no clipping, no nothing, like, that you can see. Like, you can... Like, for some reason, for certain rocks, like, the bottom of them usually are, how do you explain it? Like, exposed. So so what I did is I grabbed these rocks right here and made sure that they were sort of like from the bottom so that you don't get to see that kind of thing. And I created these little ledges over here because I thought it would be kind of cool, because then if I ever want to make this like go into the sky, you'd have these like little sky platforms, which would be really, really cool. And it's very, very interesting. Now, I put these mushroom ones here because these ones look really cool, and they're actually like static images, so they actually like, you know, they actually look really nice. And I can actually like jump on them, and not only that, they actually look really, really good. I really like them. I'll put more of them around and after that's fixed. And the other thing that I changed is I made the island slightly bigger, and I made it much more bigger, and I think something is definitely being way messed up, which I'll have to go fix that. So there's a bunch of more rocks over here. There's a bunch more, and I added one of the cool mushroom trees that I really liked a lot. And I have a secret in the back area over here where you can actually climb right up here. You can actually climb up from the backside, which is very cool. And you'll see this door, which doesn't do anything right now, but it'll do something later. I don't know what it is, but it'll be able to do something later. And there's a secret over here. Ah, here it is. It's like a little button. It's very cute and adorable. And that's actually like a trapdoor that you'll be able to enter into a secret area. And that's pretty much it. That's actually really changed for the mod, other than like of course deleting a few textures, which I will have to re-add, and changing the island so it's a little bit bigger and stuff like that. Nothing else has changed for this, to be fair. I've deleted some rocks here and there on the sides because these new ones that I got from the Shivering Isles just make it a lot better. And that's just amazing. And, yeah, so I'll see you guys next time for 2023.